The sound of a bee is small, a faint hum that most of us barely notice, yet that tiny vibration carries the rhythm of life itself. Now imagine one morning, the hum is gone, the air is still, flowers stand untouched, orchards bloom without fruit. At first, it seems like nothing more than a missing sound, but soon, the silence spreads across fields, forests, and markets, as if the world itself forgot how to grow. What if all the bees disappeared from the world? It might seem like a distant worry, but it's a question scientists have been quietly asking for years, one that could reshape life on Earth more than we realize. Bees are far more than honeymakers. They are pollinators, nature's invisible workforce. Nearly 75% of the world's leading food crops depend, at least partly, on pollinators like bees. From apples and almonds to coffee and cotton, their flight patterns dictate harvests, diets, and entire economies. Each year, their pollination contributes an estimated $500 billion to global agriculture. But the real value of bees isn't in money, it's in balance. They keep ecosystems alive, ensuring plants reproduce, animals feed, and landscapes regenerate. Without them, the chain that connects flowers to forests, insects to birds, and humans to nature begins to unravel. For decades, scientists have observed a troubling trend. Bee populations across the world are declining. The reasons are complex. Pesticides, habitat loss, climate change, parasites, and industrial agriculture all play a part. In some regions, entire colonies vanish overnight, a phenomenon called colony collapse disorder. In the United States alone, beekeepers have reported losing nearly 40% of their colonies in a single year. Across Europe, wild bee species are disappearing faster than new ones can adapt. The cause isn't one villain. It's a combination of many small pressures pushing these creatures towards silence. If all bees vanished tomorrow, the first days might look ordinary. Supermarkets would remain stocked. Gardens would still bloom. But within weeks, changes would begin to ripple through the food chain. Fruits like strawberries, apples, and blueberries would become scarce. Vegetables such as cucumbers, squash, and peppers would struggle to reproduce. Crops that rely on pollination would fail, and those that don't, like wheat or corn, would dominate, reshaping global diets. Within months, food prices could soar, and within years, the variety on our plates could shrink dramatically. What once was abundance could become dependence on lab-grown substitutes and artificial pollination. Nature, too, would suffer quietly. Wildflowers would fade, depriving countless insects and birds of food. Grasslands and forests would thin as plant reproduction falters. Entire ecosystems would lose their rhythm, destabilizing everything from soil fertility to climate regulation. It wouldn't just be a world without honey, it would be a world slowly starving of diversity. The disappearance of bees would reveal how delicately life is interwoven, how one small creature sustains countless others without fanfare or recognition. Humanity is already experimenting with ways to fill the void. In many regions, farmers attempt hand pollination, moving from flower to flower with small brushes, trying to imitate a partnership nature perfected over millions of years. Scientists explore alternative methods of supporting crop production, from controlled pollen distribution to breeding plants that rely less on natural pollinators. These approaches may keep certain harvests alive, yet they reveal a deeper truth. that bees didn't just pollinate crops, they shaped ecosystems. Their absence would expose how difficult it is for human hands or modern tools to recreate the subtle, living harmony that bees sustained without effort. Still, not all hope is lost. Across the world, conservationists are planting pollinator-friendly habitats, banning harmful pesticides, and restoring native vegetation. Urban gardens and rooftop hives are emerging even in concrete cities, showing that small actions can rebuild lost balance. The path forward doesn't lie in replacing bees. It lies in remembering that we share the same fragile network they keep alive. Protecting them means protecting ourselves. Perhaps the real question isn't, what if bees disappeared? But what if we listened before they did? The silence of bees would echo far beyond the fields. It would remind us how much of our existence depends on cooperation, not control. The hum of a bee isn't just a sound of nature. It's a sound of survival, a reminder that even the smallest life can hold the weight of an entire planet. If the bees ever vanished, it wouldn't be the end of the world overnight, but it would mark the beginning of a quieter, emptier version of it. One where color fades, abundance wanes, and nature breathes a little less deeply. The good news is, this is a story we can still rewrite if we choose to keep the hum alive. If this story made you think, tap like, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts below. Your voice keeps the curiosity alive.